So if you're looking for how to trade any stocks, mutual funds, or index funds within a Fidelity Roth IRA, this is going to be a step-by-step tutorial helping you invest money. This means you already have a Roth IRA account opened and money deposited from your bank account. Those are the first two steps. If you haven't done that, I have another video which you can watch by either clicking the card here or I'll link in the description below to get you set up so that now we can start investing. Hey guys, I'm Tim Wolf and this channel is all about personal finance, helping you with your IRA and different things like that. There's plenty of videos for you to watch, so if you're new, hit the subscribe button. And if you're new or you're returning, please hit the thumbs up button. It helps out a lot. So the first thing we want to do is pull the money that we have deposited within the money market account or the FDIC insured account within the Roth IRA. We need to get it out of there because it's only earning 1, 2, or maybe 3% interest. We want to actually invest it in stocks and mutual funds. Now there's two main ways for you to trade and to buy stock within your Fidelity Roth IRA. The first way is going to be the easiest way, but you need to know the symbol of the stock or mutual fund you're going to buy. If you do, once you go to Fidelity's website, you're going to go to the top tab and hit the accounts button and then hit trade. Once you hit trade, it's going to bring you to this screen right here. And from the drop down menu, you want to select, you're going to trade within your Roth IRA account. And then you need to pick what you're actually investing in, whether it be stocks or mutual funds. So for this one, we're going to go mutual funds and we're going to invest in the Fidelity S&P 500 equivalent, but we need to know the symbol for that. So what we can do is go to a Google website, and within Google, we can search for the Fidelity 500 index fund. So here we have the symbol. It's usually going to be, if it's a Fidelity one, it's going to be F, and then it's going to have some other letters like X or C's or something like that. Just copy that and then go back to the Fidelity's website and paste in the symbol that you want, and it'll show it here, the Fidelity 500 index fund. Cool, that's what we want to invest in. We're going to select buy and then the amount you want to buy, and remember it has to be within the cash that you have available to trade. So once we set up what we want to buy with the amount, we're going to hit preview order, make sure it's all squared away with the Roth IRA, and then we're going to hit place order. And if it's a mutual fund, it'll trade after the stock market has already closed within the evening time. So that's the easy way, but the second way is going to be if you have absolutely no idea on what to invest in. Again, I am not your certified financial planner. This is just a tutorial on how to help you. So this isn't my advice, and I'm not telling you this is what you should do. I'm just showing you how to go about doing it. So we're going to go to the fidelity.com website. And under the investment products tab, there's different things you can trade, whether it be options or stocks or mutual funds. And we're going to click mutual funds. And then we're going to scroll down to explore our fund offering. And then over here on the side, it says all mutual funds. We're going to click that and scroll down to no transaction fee funds. So we don't want to have to pay any fees. So we'll click that. And it's going to give us 3,426 results to choose from, good mutual funds to choose from. So it'll bring up this chart right here. Right now it's sorting it by 3-year rate of return. So all these percentages are the average rate of return it has done for either 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, or the life of the fund. So what I recommend doing is going ahead and sorting it by 10 years, because if you only look at 1 year or 3 years, or even 5 years, it's not quite enough time to get the actual history and get good solid data on how the stock or the mutual fund performs. And we want to make a good, safe investment. And looking at 10 years, we know that, okay, if this stock has done this on average for 10 years, then I feel pretty secure that it's going to continue to do this. So once we sort it by 10 years, you can see that column is grayed out. It's going to list it from best to worst. And if you're wondering what the 3 highlighted green ones are on top here, that's just Fidelity basically advertising their own funds, because these are all Fidelity funds that have done really well. But the list actually starts where it starts right here. But what I would recommend for you is, if you're just starting out, the Fidelity ones, because this is Fidelity's website, is going to have the least amount of fees possible. So I would go ahead and I would choose a Fidelity fund. Pick something that you like that has at least done 12% or higher in the last 10 years, because we want to compare all our investments to the S&P 500, which is the benchmark for the stock market. It's basically the 500 best companies in America. And the S&P 500, since its inception, has done just over 10% every year. And in the last 10 years, it's done just over 11% on average every year. So we want to pick something that has done at least 12%, so we know that we're outperforming the S&P 500. But go ahead and pick 1, 2, or 3 Fidelity mutual funds that you like and you believe in. If you want to sort this chart to only see the Fidelity funds, go over here on the left and just click Fidelity funds only. Now, say you found a stock or a mutual fund that you really like. So we're going to go ahead and click it, the Fidelity OTC portfolio. This is large growth, so this is going to be big companies. Once we click it, it's going to bring up specific data about that mutual fund. You can look at all the charts of how it's done and all the different expense ratios. One thing that's really important to look at before buying is if there's a minimum to invest. Because if you only have $1,000 in your account and it takes $3,000 to invest, you're not going to be able to invest in that. So this is $0, so awesome, we can invest in this one. So once you've decided you want to invest, we're going to hit buy, and you're going to need to go ahead and select from the drop down your Roth IRA account. And up here, just out of my screen, it'll show you the cash you have available to trade. Again, you need to have cash in there. It already preloads the Fidelity OTC portfolio. Again, I'm not telling you to buy this one. This is just for an example. And then for action, we want to hit buy, and then put in the dollar amount that we want to invest. So if you want to do 3 different mutual funds of $2,000 each, you can do that. Or if you only want to do $20, you can do that. And then go ahead, hit preview order, and it'll show you exactly how much you're putting in. So I had to change it to 1 cent because that's all I have available to invest right now. And then just verify that all the information is correct, and then hit place order. And same thing as before, this is going to go through the next business day, most likely in the evening if it's a mutual fund, because they trade once per day. And that's how you invest and buy within your Roth IRA. And you can set up automatic investments. So once you've first purchased a mutual fund or a stock, you need to do it manually, like the 2 ways I just showed you. But once you actually own shares within that mutual fund, you can go ahead and set up automatic investments so that every month it pulls money from your bank account that you have linked, and then it automatically invests the money. So once you're on Fidelity's website, go to the accounts and trade tab and then hit transfers, and that'll bring you to this screen that I'm on right here. Go ahead and hit manage automatic investments. And if you already have an automatic transfer set up from your bank account, you can go and hit the edit button for that automatic transfer. If you don't, then you're gonna have to set up the transfer by clicking this blue link and then do transfer from an external bank account. Now make sure you have your bank account selected up top. It's just off my screen right here. But make sure you have your bank account selected, and then come down to transfer to. And from the drop down menu, click whatever mutual fund you want it to be automatically invested in. And let's say you're doing $500 a month and you want to spread it out evenly between 3 different mutual funds. Then you can do 200 in one, you can do 200 in the other, and you can do 100 in the third, and just make sure you have them all selected in the each drop down menu. But you need to own these 3 mutual funds first before you invest automatically in them. And then go ahead and just hit the day of the month that you want it to automatically invest. So if you want to do it the 2nd of every month because you have your automatic transfer going through the 1st of every month and you want to invest it the next day, 2nd day, and then make sure it's monthly that is selected, no stop date, meaning that it'll continue to do this every single month on the 2nd day of the month until you come in here and physically tell it to stop. And then just go ahead and hit next. And once you do that, it'll bring you to a screen where you just hit I agree, and the confirmation will go through. At any time, you can go back into Fidelity's website, change amounts or different funds that you want it to invest in. And that's it. It's that simple. So if you learned anything or you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate it. Or go ahead and subscribe if you're new to this channel and you want to see more videos like this. And I look forward to seeing you guys for next week's video coming out Monday at noon.